Hello and welcome to a special Four Lads Had a Dream podcast brought to you from inside New Edmiston House as I attend a media event with Barry Ferguson inside the Rangers Museum. So I'm a couple of minutes early and I'm on my lunch hour from work. Made my way across the subway. I've grabbed myself a panini, the old faithful can of Iron Brew, just about to scran that, and then we'll go in and we'll meet one of my all-time favourite footballers. Not going to lie, a bit of a surreal moment. Buzzing is an understatement. Delighted to be here and thankful to Stevie Clifford for extending the invite to myself. The big wigs have arrived. I've just seen Sky TV walk through the doors. Very soon they're going to have me in my work attire, but I do have my staunch socks on. I don't know if you can see my staunch socks, but I do have my staunch socks, which some American tourists inside Edmiston House have just complimented, so that was very nice to hear. But I'm going to go and eat my lunch. Next time you hear from me, most likely will be from inside the museum, where I'll be getting a tour around, and I'm looking forward to it.
Barry, it's obviously been a while since we spoke to you. What's life been like in this ambassadorial role and after last season?
A lot quieter, a lot more peaceful. Look, I loved the 3 month I had in charge last year, but I'm back doing the role I'd done previous to that. So I just love being involved in the club. They're certainly keeping me busy. But no, listen, enjoying the quiet life and enjoying Rangers being in a title fight.
You've obviously been in Danny's shoes. I don't think many would have expected when he came in that Rangers would be in this position. What have you made of the job he's done, the recovery job, to get him into this title fight?
Well, if you said to me in October we'd be in this position, come towards the end of February, I would have looked at you in a strange manner. So, look, Danny's done a fantastic job. Look, there's no getting away from it. It was a really poor start to the season, results and performances, but Danny and his staff and the players have done ever so well to get themselves in this position. Now, you're at the business end of the season. Rangers have got 10 games, Rangers and Hearts have got 10 games to go, Celtic and Motherwell have got 11. I firmly believe there's going to be a lot of twists and turns still, but the most important thing for me is that Rangers are in a position that they can go and hopefully get the title.
You've obviously spent, I'd imagine, a wee bit of time with Andrew Kavanagh. I just wonder what you make of the job he's done. He's been in almost a year. What's your dealings been like with him? What have you made of his first period at the club?
Yeah, listen, got a good relationship with him. Very impressed by, obviously, he wasn't happy at the start of the season, but he went and made changes. He's not scared to go and do that. He totally gets the club. He totally gets what Rangers mean to so many people. He likes a 10-ounce lager as well, which helps. But no, listen, he's very all about togetherness, and I think that's the most important thing. Everybody that's connected to the club, and also the most important people for me is the supporters, and you can now start to see there's a real connection between the stands and the pitch.
Just lastly for me, that the Hearts game, the crowd is up loud as it's been in a while. The Rangers are also big, physical. Do you feel like Danny is tapped into a little bit of what the club is about and is getting it moving in the right direction, as you say, with the fans as well?
Yep, I believe you've got to have a physical presence, certainly in this league. There's no doubt about it. Listen, I can only praise the manager. I like, know what I like about. I like his flexibility as well. He's up for changing during games, whether it's 3 at the back, 4 at the back, or whether it's 1 or 2 up top. He gets opposition thinking. So yeah, you've got to give him huge credit for that. But as I says, now we're into the nitty gritty of the season. This is the most important part, and Rangers now need to put together a clutch of results to make sure they're well in contention for this title.
Barry, the future is often told by those who win. The manager's spoken about the league going down to basically the final game. That's something you have great experience of with a player on several occasions. Putting your captain and manager's head on, what advice would you give the staff and the players heading into this, the critical time of the season?
It's all saying, like, you can't look too far ahead, you just need to look what's in front of you. That's what I used to always, as a captain, drum into my teammates, and as a manager I was the exact same. Take one game at a time, make sure you're positive, and as I said, they're in a title fight. There's 4 teams I think are going to go right down, and don't discount Motherwell. I think that I've been so impressed with them. Look, Celtic have been really up and down with manager changes and results. So has Rangers as well with the change of manager. And Hearts have been really strong under Derek. So what I would do is just fully focus on number one. You can't worry about what happens elsewhere. You need to worry about yourself. And come Sunday, Rangers need to make sure they get the 3 points.
And on that togetherness, you talked about the Andrew Kavanagh's, preached with your likes yourself in the meeting that you had with him. You've been in a similar position to where Tav finds himself now, where you might not be first pick at every game, as you wind down your career at the club. How difficult is that as a player to, take on board mentally? But how important does his role still have to be, and the roles of everybody in the squad? Because it's a squad game. We've seen it, countless times as you come down that stretch. Everybody has to play their part, don't they?
Yep, and Tav will have a big part to play. Listen, I've only got very good things to say about Tav. He was brilliant for me last year. I think he's been a brilliant servant for the club. And as I said, I still think he'll have a big part to play these final 10 games and hopefully another 3 games in the Scottish Cup. And he'll be huge in the dressing room. He's got the experience. He's a leader, and he'll command that the players fully focus on what's in front of them.
You've been involved in quite a few extraordinary seasons over your career. This one, with the problems Rangers have had, Celtic have had, Hearts been so dominant, Motherwell making the last. Where does this rate and what you've seen?
I've never seen anything like it. It's been absolute crazy, but that's why we all love Scottish football. As you said, changes at Rangers in the summer. I think Rangers at one stage were second bottom in the league. That's why the managerial change was made. Danny's come in and driven Rangers forward, and obviously Brendan leaving Celtic, Martin O'Neill coming in, bringing Nonce, Martin O'Neill back, Derek McInnes going to Hearts, and Motherwell looking unbelievable. It's been an exciting season. It's been an enjoyable season. But I've got to focus from a Rangers point of view, and listen, this could be an unbelievable season for Rangers from where they were to where they can get to.
In terms of Danny Rowe coming in, I thought it was quite brave of him to tackle the issue of the crowd. My opinion is that, since the administration event, the crowd has been, they've been good, they've taken a lot, but it just seemed to be about a year or two ago they started thinking, we've spent a lot of money here, it's not been done well, and they started to turn a little bit. For Danny to actually, as a new manager, come in and say, I need you guys on my side, that's quite a brave thing to do, isn't it?
For me, the most important people are the supporters. You need them behind you, you need a connection. That connection was lost last season, that connection was lost at the start of the season. Now I firmly believe the connection's back. I mean, I was at the Hearts game a week or so ago. The atmosphere was absolutely electric. And again, I was at the game against Livingston on Sunday, and I thought the support was brilliant. So I think the fans now know or understand that where Rangers are, they're in a title fight, and I have no doubt in my mind they'll get behind them. This place on Sunday will be absolute rocking. And the energy that the fans can give the players, I think it can push them over the line.
And lastly for me on Danny Rowe, he's made 4 signings over the winter break. To me, they all look pretty good. From you as an ex-professional club captain, in terms of the quality that's been brought in, does that give you great hope for what's going to happen this summer?
Positive. I look at it as a really positive January window. The board back to the manager, and I think the 4 players, I really like Chukwani and Romans. Nadiri's been a bit in and out with injury. I think it's going to take a wee bit of time for Scov Olsen, but I look at the 4 players and I firmly believe that they'll strengthen the Rangers starting 11.
Thanks, so I've held my first media event on behalf of 4 Lads Had a Dream. I am now back in the cafe recording a summary for you, the listeners. Very surreal experience, my first in this capacity. What happened from my perspective was your big hitters of Sky TV, STV, etc. all had individual time with Barry. RTV had an opportunity to see him, and then fan media collectively got together. So hopefully we'll have some footage from the fan media session which we'll be able to release. But my thoughts, a lot of the questions were centred around this season. Barry's thoughts on where the club is, where the team is, his thoughts on the manager, on the owner, and our chances of success this season. And I'll be honest, probably nothing came as a surprise. I think the resounding message from a captain who's been there, who's done it, who's won titles, he's won trophies, he's experienced championships that go down to the wire when you think of Helicopter Sunday. The message is clear and simple from the legend Barry Ferguson: focus on one game at a time. You can't look too far ahead, you need to just keep on winning a game that's ahead of you. But he re-emphasised that this is a unique season, one that we've never experienced before, seen before. In Scottish football, you've got 4 really good teams at the top end here. Hearts and under Derek McInnes are playing some excellent football. Celtic have been up and down with changing managers, but you can never write them off. And Motherwell have had an absolutely incredible season and arguably have played some of the best football in Scotland. And they can't be discredited and discounted. Barry Ferguson made that point very clear as well. I think Motherwell are going to have a huge say in matters between now and the end of the season. He spoke very highly of Danny Rule, obviously the job that he's done since he took over, and Andrew Kavanagh, which he joked saying he likes a point of Terence, but he credited Andrew Kavanagh with seeing that things weren't working and not being afraid to make the changes. He obviously changed the manager, brought in Danny Rule, who's been a successful appointment so far, and hopefully that continues. But we went into January transfer market and strengthened significantly as well with 4 key additions. He says he really likes the look of Chukwani, Tour Romans. Nadiri's become come onto a game, and he said that Scove Olsen is a player that we know is talented and got more hopefully to come from Scove Olsen. But the different players hit their peaks at different points, and hopefully for Scove Olsen he replicates a bit like what Tierney did last year, where it took him a bit to get into his stride, but once he did, he proved to be a key player. And that's it, we're about to run into the business end of the season, as Barry said, and it's important now that everyone steps up, plays their part. He spoke about James Tavernier in particular and his importance as a captain. He had nothing but praise for James Tavernier from his own experience of working with him last season, and said that he's got a huge role to play, and he will have a huge role to play leading this team on, but everyone does. It's important now that we go and get the job done. I was in the trophy room there, and it'd be fantastic if we could all come back. If you remember, after 55 we all went to a hotel in Paisley, again at the beginning of Glen. We all went to the hotel in Paisley for our photos with Derek Johnston in the 55 league trophy. It'd be brilliant if we could have something like that back here at New Edmiston House in the museum, get the league trophy and the Scottish Cup trophy for supporters to hold, enjoy, and hopefully we've got a season to look back on. It's a season unlike no other. It'd make an absolutely sensational Netflix documentary of being second bottom at one point in the season to go on to eventual winners. But there's a long way to go, and let's hope we can do the job. Big game this weekend. There's going to be a lot more content coming your way ahead of that game, and I will be on the Sunday show on Sunday with the usual crowd. So Scott will be hosting alongside myself, Cheryl and Rob, hopefully bringing you a good news, I certainly a happy message on the back of a big Old Firm game against Celtic at 12 o'clock at Ibrox. Let's hope that we've got a smile on our face as we look back on another key weekend in the Scottish top flight. That's all from me, Dougie Kinnear. I hope you've enjoyed the bite-sized pod. Hopefully Stevie can share some of the footage from the discussion with Barry. And hope you enjoy it. All the best, guys, and don't forget to come along to the museum. It's a brilliant experience for all fans, young, old, new, and guys that have been there and done it over the years as well. Right, thanks very much, all the best.
The Four Lads podcast is sponsored by Rhino Express, Clydeview Joinery, Athol Industrial Solutions Limited, and CSD Air Conditioning, in partnership with Black Rooster and Art of Gold. Thank you for listening to or watching the podcast. We hope you enjoyed.